It was revealed today that Tesla has a strategy to get around tariffs on Chinese batteries. They will simply purchase Chinese-made batteries in countries that are not called China. However, even in spite of tariffs on Chinese products, Chinese batteries, and Chinese EVs, the sales of Chinese batteries in the US, or imports, I should say, of Chinese lithium batteries to the US have jumped to a record $1.9 billion. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Bloomberg has just reported that China's exports of lithium-ion batteries to the US spiked in November to a record level as companies race to ship products before the government removes tax benefits. Beijing cut or cancelled export tax rebates on a range of products from batteries to used cooking oil to solar equipment and gasoline. Overseas sales surged ahead of the changes that took effect on the 1st of December, but the truth is, overseas sales, particularly of lithium batteries, have never ever been higher, of Chinese lithium batteries. Shipments to the United States of lithium-ion batteries jumped by 27% to $1.9 billion in a single month. That's not for 12 months. That's a lot of money, right? $1.9 billion worth of batteries were sent to the United States in 31 days. Crazy. The export tax rebate for batteries, mostly used in electric cars, was cut to 9% from 13%. To be honest, I don't believe that's enough of a number to even matter. China dominates global battery production, of course, makes more than 80% of the world's batteries, and it exports to the rest of the world a hell of a lot. Those exports have ballooned in the past few years, along with growing shipments of steel, solar panels, and electric cars. Sales to the US have expanded even after President Joe Biden slapped a 25% import tariff on batteries in September. Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election in November and the prospects of more tariffs under his administration was already spurring Chinese battery exporters to hurry US-bound shipments, and the Chinese tax changes added extra impetus. China's overall battery exports rose by 5% year on year in November, much lower than the increase to the US. Now, there's a few ways here that China's battery exports, or the sales of Chinese batteries in the US, are actually going to grow substantially from $1.9 billion a month to much more than that. And that is simply by having Tesla, General Motors, and Ford make Chinese batteries in America. They all are. Tesla is already beginning production. They have production lines that are being set up right now in their factory in Nevada. So that factory is going to build CATL's lithium iron phosphate batteries. Now Ford are planning on the same thing, and so are General Motors. That will be billions of dollars worth of batteries. And CATL, the biggest battery company in the world, will just make a cut on each of those batteries. I would estimate it might be something like 5%. It's still a cut though. And this strategy is interesting because Tesla are now purchasing batteries from one of CATL's rivals called Eve Energy. That is a Chinese battery company. They are now going to be they now have a factory in Malaysia producing their batteries, and Tesla will simply purchase those batteries from Eve and have those sent to the United States. Now those will get around the tariffs on Chinese batteries of 25%. There'll be no tariffs. There is no tariffs at all on batteries made in Malaysia. This is not the start. I mean, obviously we know BYD are now manufacturing batteries in numerous countries outside of China. They have batteries production facility plants planned for Europe and Northern Africa and Turkey. And of course, we also have Chinese battery companies that are actually setting up their own factories in the United States. Goshon High-Tech has completed a large battery factory in America. There's several other battery factories being made in America. So, is this a problem? I mean, depends on what you think. I think it's a good thing. This will actually increase the adoption of electric cars, which are getting rid of internal combustion, making the air cleaner for us to breathe, making life better in so many different ways. So I think it's a good thing. I mean, is it good for global geopolitics? Yeah, probably not so much. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. In 2025, semi-solid-state batteries will be coming to cars, to electric cars, that you'll be able to buy outside of China, as in in the West. Solid state batteries will come very soon after that, based on what we're seeing from Chinese battery manufacturers and also from American battery manufacturers as well. Not to mention the other batteries like CATL's condensed battery with its insanely high energy density, then crystal batteries as well. There's some incredible changes. Now, what does this mean? How will this affect everyone? Well, first of all, let's have a look at one of the cars that you'll be able to buy, which will have a semi-solid state battery within only a few months' time. MG says it will launch a new electric car this year with a semi-solid state battery. MG vehicles are obviously sold in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, many countries around the world. So this is pretty big news. This is getting really interesting now. This would be a big increase in energy density. I mean, if you put this battery pack into MG's most popular EV, the MG4, you might be able to increase range by around 30 to 40%. That would be massive. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Thanks for tuning in. Now, guys, a caveat here. I own an Xpeng G6, and the G6 gets pretty good range, right? I'm pretty happy with the range. With this new set of wheels I put on, I can get around just over 600 kilometers of range. But I wouldn't be saying no to a semi-solid state battery, especially considering how good solid state batteries can actually be. On December the 14th, MG's brand division, the General Motors of that division, he said on Weibo that the first new MG to launch in 2025 would have a semi-solid state battery and it wouldn't be expensive. I mean, if someone said to you, you know what, we can increase the range of your EV by 30%, not going to cost you really anything. It's going to be affordable. I'm pretty sure that would be insane, right? Is this going to really happen? Well, here's the thing. No one knows which battery this is. I don't know which battery they're saying they're going to put in the new MG. I don't even know which vehicle it is. But the whole concept of it being affordable, I mean, to me, that's intriguing. The announcement seems to be a significant backtrack on previous information from MG, says Carnage China. Previously, the executive general manager of SAIC Passenger Vehicles revealed in a media interview that SAIC's self-developed all-solid-state battery would be first installed on an MG car. Back in September when the comments were made, it was believed the vehicle would be launched in the second quarter of 2026. So MG appeared to be saying semi-solid state battery is coming this year, 2025. Next year, 2026, there will be a full solid state battery. Now, when Toyota make these claims there'll be a solid state battery in their cars, and they've been saying this since 2014, you kind of don't believe it. But when one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world, one of the biggest EV brands in the world says it, well, it's got a little bit more of a legitimate ring to it.